Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode 21 in season 27 of Be With Me. Today's going to be a fun one. It's titled Written on Woody's Boot. I'm going to use the analogy of this beautiful picture of Toy Story. Now, you remember in Toy Story, the name, the little boy's name was Andy, and the movie is about the characters. Woody is the cowboy guy, and written on the bottom of his boot is Andy's name. Now, this is really a love story, and it's an ownership story. So the whole premise of the movie is the desire of the toys to be owned by Andy. It's the desire of the toys to be loved by Andy. It's the sentiment that drives the movie, and the same sentiment is going to be with us. So picture with me for these 7 minutes that we are Woody or Buzz or Rex or Ham or Slinky or Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head or Bo Peep. We are the characters of the story. We are the toys, and we are longing to be loved and named and owned. We're longing to be loved by Andy. We're longing to be chosen and special. And that's exactly what we find out from Revelation today for this church that overcomes. Now, you remember what an overcomer is in the book of Revelation. It's really just another name for a Christian. It's a Christian who demonstrates the reality of his or her belief by action over time. So if we follow the breadcrumbs of their behavior, we're going to find a trail of tenderness, of love, of kindness, of joy, of peace. We're going to have fruit that Christ is real in them. So here's our passage. It's from Revelations 3. This is verse 12. To the one who conquers, to the one who's really Christian, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God. Never shall he go out of it. And then here's the great part for today. And I will write on him the name of my God, and the name of the name of the city of my God, the New Jerusalem, which comes down from heaven, which comes down from I can't even read today, which comes down from my God out of heaven, and my own new name. He who has an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. And specifically here, we're talking about the church in Philadelphia who does a bunch of things right. Okay, so let's walk through this passage. To the one who conquers, to a Christian, you will be a pillar in the temple of my God. So this is permanent, solid, not going anywhere, lasting. It's not going to go out, not now, not ever. It's the heaven is your permanent home. So where would you go? I was thinking about just, nice places to travel. You want to go to Sydney, Australia, or on a safari, or maybe to the Antarctica and see penguins, or go see the natural wonders of Iceland. There's all these spectacular places in the world to go. So where would you want to go? Well, when you get to heaven, you're not going to want to go anywhere. It's a one-way trip. It's permanent. It's secure. And I was thinking about even the analogy about trip insurance. Did you get trip insurance? What assures you that you're going to eventually get this trip done? Well, it's the promises of Jesus, and it's the activities of Jesus. All right, but here's the part I really want to get today. It's this written on. Remember the Toy Story movie. It's Andy's writing on Woody's boot. That's the picture I want to leave with you today. It's the desire to be owned and loved and chosen and special and possessed by. It's a good thing. So when you are written on, which God says he's going to do to his people here, this is a good thing. What it means that you are really loved by God. God puts his stamp on you. I am beloved and he is mine. It's ultimately based on this writing that your admission is even allowed into this resident, this heaven, his house, his family. And this would not be a good time for you to have said of you, hey, I never knew you. So I'm asking you today, do you long for the name of God to be written on you? Or does it make you cringe? If it does, maybe God feels the same way and you've got some work to do. Are you willing and eager to be written on, God? Or do you bristle at that and every fiber says no? So, yes, Lord, I wish to have your name written on me, on my boot, in permanent ink. I want you to express ownership and affection for me in this way. I would be honored and humbled to be in your house, and especially to be in your heart in this way. I love this idea of being written on physically that demonstrates that I'm written on in your heart. And then besides just God's name, you get the location. You're written on the name of the city of my God. So you get this new permanent address. So not only do you answer the question is, whose am I? Who am I owned by? Who am I loved by? But where do I belong? So this, do you feel some strife in this world that you may not ultimately belong here? Well, Ecclesiastes says that we have eternity written on our hearts. And where will you be finding me from now on? Well, God's written this on our boot. First he writes his name, then he writes the location. There's no more confusion of where you're going to go. My address is the same as God's address. Listen to this. Revelation 21, and I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Verse 3. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, Behold, the dwelling place, the residence of God is with man. He will dwell with them, and they will be his people. And God himself will be with them as their God. He's going to wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. There shall be no more mourning, no crying, no pain anymore, and the form of things have passed away. So what kind of place is this? Well, it's a dwelt place. It's a place where we're housed and reside and we live in a special place. And where are you from? Well, place generates identity. And what place generates your identity? So today we are chosen. We are special. We are beloved. We are written on. We're owned and possessed. We are addressed here in heaven, owned by God, addressed with God. And today we see the love of God written on us. So my final question today for you is, what is written on your boot? Thanks for listening.